Just a minute. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Today, we gather to induct new members into two important Brevard College honor societies, Alpha Chi and Omicron Delta Kappa. I'm Michael Castellas, faculty sponsor of Alpha Chi and Omicron Delta Kappa, and I bid all family, parents, friends, staff, faculty, and inductees a sincere welcome. I'd like to introduce the leaders of this introduction as they'll appear in the program. So Emily Fisher, just stand for a minute, a member of Alpha Chi, Rachel Gunnis, a member of ODK, and Dr. Scott Sheffield, Vice President of Academic Affairs and Dean of Faculty, Nixa Cruz DeWitt, ODK Faculty Secretary, and Chloe Prophet, Alpha Chi member. Thank you for all being a part of today's ceremony. To the inductees. Tonight, we celebrate your endeavors in leadership and achievement. Our guest speaker, the Reverend Dr. David C. Joyce, President of Brevard College, is an exemplary leader. Dr. Joyce, a man we all know and love, has all the qualities of what it means to serve and lead. Vision, compassion, he listens and appreciates each and every one of us, and he encourages each of us to do our best. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Joyce as our speaker.
Thank you, Dr. Castellas. Later on this year, we can just call you Mike, and I hope that folks in the next 2 weeks will start calling me David. It all works. And I appreciate the opportunity to come and speak to you today. This is a very special moment for me. As you might imagine, it's probably the last real speech I'm going to be able to give as your president. And I think what a better group to talk to than folks that are being inducted into our two finest honor societies. And I want to talk just for a few moments about higher education and the importance of place. We live in a wonderful place, and how that works for us at Brevard College and how that makes it different. Because I will say to you, as folks that are being honored for your academic and service achievement, that it's always about the people who teach and learn. All of us, our students, our faculty, our staff, create the soul of this place, Brevard College. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of buildings and a few Christmas trees right now. But it is about the people. Education, of course, takes place in the classroom. We all know that. We've been in classrooms for many, many years, and those that teach at Brevard College have been in classrooms and will continue to be in classrooms for many, many years. But it also takes place in the residence hall, on the playing field, in the dining hall, and in a place like Brevard, every nook and cranny on campus. Every moment that we're here doing what we're doing, we're looking a way to learn and to grow and to serve. It's about the experience of place and the ability to understand that success in life is about the connectedness that we make with others. Yes, online is a good way to learn, and certainly in COVID, we've had to do more than our share of it. And we can learn about stuff, and we need to learn about stuff. But what online doesn't give us is community. We have to learn in community. We have to learn with each other. We have to feed off each other, support, and most importantly, challenge each other. And that's not just the job of the faculty member, that's the job of every one of us that live in this very special place. To challenge others, to be part of the educational endeavor. I know that every one of us that have gone through school and are in school, we're always worried about getting enough credits to move on with that degree and do something else and keep on doing. You got to think about credits. And credits are terribly important. But it's more than just acquiring credits and degrees. It's about acquiring and sharing experiences. This college talks about experiential education. It's about the experiences you have and the aha moments that you get. As a faculty member and a teacher, the most exciting thing that I found in the teaching and learning process is when I saw the lights come on and saw somebody get that aha moment. And I can remember the aha moments that I've had in my career, and they haven't stopped. When you go, oh, I finally get it. And this place helps create that opportunity to have those aha moments. One clear demonstration how learning is different at Brevard College is our senior pinning ceremony. Some of you have already been, how many of you have already been pinned as a senior? I know Chloe and some others. That was a special moment where you asked somebody who had something to do with your experience at this place, pin you. It's an emotional moment. I've seen it done here for 10 years, and I get choked up every single time. It's a very special moment to look at somebody in the eye and say, I want you to pin me because you're special. And that person that feels special says thank you and pins you. Most times it's somebody that has been a teacher or certainly somebody of influence in their life. Today, you're going to have another pinning ceremony, recognizing the achievement that many of you have made. This is an honor society. And again, it's another emotional moment where it's recognized for your academic achievement. But it's also recognition of your service to others and of your service to this place and the influence this place has had on your life. And by the way, will continue to have for the rest of your lives. This will always be a special place. Yes, I'll go back to things like computer-based training, distance learning, super large classrooms. A lot of your friends and family have gone to places that's kind of what was focused on. And we do some of that here. And they all have a role in education. Again, if you forget nothing else, people always, always, always have the greatest role in your lives and how you learn and how you express that learning in your careers. Brevard College is a special place. It's very small and it's very intimate. I made a little bit of a joke about calling me David. I've been telling people for 10 years, just call me David. Just call me David. There's an intimacy here. I know that just because you call me David doesn't mean a lack of respect. It just simply says and acknowledges that we are all in this together. The faculty and staff of this college always will and will be forever fulfilling their missions to educate students for personal growth and commitment to artistic, intellectual, and social action. You heard that before? That's our mission statement. And mission simply means, a mission statement simply means, what's your purpose? What's the purpose of this place, what we call Brevard College? What is its purpose? Why is it here? And that's what, excuse me, that's what the mission statement means. And we are about making a difference in the world. And you, every one of you, whether you teach, whether you serve in other capacities, whether you're a student, are part of this place and part of this mission. We are very fortunate in Brevard that our place actually looks pretty cool. We're in the mountains, it's green, we've got a stream going right through the middle of it. We actually have a very special place. And it's something that's very attractive. And I like to say, we have every room with a view. In fact, when Lynn and I moved here 10 years ago, actually 10 and a half years ago, I'm sorry, I'm getting over the crud. When Lynn and I moved here on campus 10 years ago, one of the first tours we took, because we didn't know which building names were what, we took a tour from the admissions folks, so we walked into the residence halls. And I was the typical college president. I was looking at what windows need to be fixing, where the floor tiles were broken, what updates and repairs needed to be done, blah, 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 as I was going through and making all these critical evaluations. And Lynn, on the other hand, if you know her, you know that how this is true. She said, yes, David, that's all true. But where else could you live where every room has a view like this? It's always a matter of perspective and how you look at things. And here it is about place. I'm telling you this evening, place is important. No matter where we live, it's the place that what attracts and keeps us, holds us, and nurtures us. We need to embrace the beauty of the area wherever we choose to live. Right now at Brevard College, but later anywhere else you choose to go. Of course, at Brevard College, living in Brevard, in the mountains, is kind of an easy thing to embrace and enjoy. If you get shipped off to Kansas, it might take you a little longer. But that's okay. That's okay. It's still about place. Make the most of whatever place you land in. But with place comes responsibility. All of us need to recognize that our places, especially today, with all that we're faced, a pandemic today, for a long time, global warming, I could go through the list. Resources are dwindling at an unsustainable pace. But as educated people, we have to walk the talk by demonstrating that we are responsible citizens, giving back to the world that we consume from the world. We have to see this place as a teaching, learning environment, a living laboratory, as it were, as we learn how to do more than simply make a living. You've heard this. It's more important to make a life. Let's not allow the beauty of the mountains to distract us, but let's make sure that the beauty challenges us to be good stewards so that we can continue to help future generations of students see that we are responsible for the place in which we landed. We don't own it, but we do borrow it for a while. Brevard College has made a full commitment to place by embracing a culture of experiential learning, hands-on, and full engagement. We can read about it, talk about it, and we can watch it from afar. But nevertheless, to truly experience it, until we truly experience it, we will never completely understand it. How does one do art, music, exercise science, teacher education, wilderness leadership? Pick the discipline without getting our hands a little dirty. At Brevard, we will show the world that every discipline that happens is experiential, hands-on, reflective, where you get into the weeds of whatever it is, and we discover and make discoveries. We are not only looking at how and what and when, but now I will tell you today that we're looking to where we teach and learn. Our mission, which is another way of again, I said why we exist, is simple, profound, and straightforward. Brevard College is committed to an experiential liberal arts education that encourages personal growth and inspires artistic, intellectual, and social action. In 20 short words, we brought it all together, and we're all challenged to live today. Now, we may not be able to remember all 20 words, but every one of us that goes to this place has an understanding of what that means. It's about experiential education so that we can learn to make a difference in this world. And especially to do because of the engagement, action, commitment to social action. It's a powerful word. Artistic action, intellectual action, and social action are concepts that ensure that you will graduate to be powerful agents of change in the world. And today you'll get a pin that will recognize your hard work and your focus to be an agent of positive change in this world. Yes, you're being inducted into two of our highest and most respected honor societies, ODK and Alpha Kappa. As your president, it's one of the last things I get to do here. I congratulate you. But with honor comes responsibility. You are recognized as leaders, change agents, and stewards of this place. And whatever places you choose in the future, you should always be willing to engage, to be part of community, and to be protective of your place. Finally, again, I will congratulate you on your achievement. Thank you for choosing this place and this time in your life to grow and develop and be challenged. And God bless you in your efforts to make a positive difference in every future place, wherever you land. Thank you again. God bless.
Thank you, David. All right, so now I'm going to introduce Emily Fisher, Alpha Chi member, who will lead us through the Alpha Chi ceremony. Emily? And she'll be assisted by Chloe. Those of you that are being inducted into Alpha Chi will receive your pins on the table to the right, and you'll go over to Chloe and get your certificate, your graduation cord, and you'll sign the book. So, Emily?
Thank you, everybody. Candidates for membership into the Brevard College chapter of Alpha Chi, please rise and face the candidates. These students standing before you have fulfilled all requirements outlined in your induction program necessary for admission into Alpha Chi. Their achievements show unmistakable progress in the kind of academic and leadership excellence characteristic of Alpha Chi's past and present members. We applaud you and your accomplishments. Candidates, you and the many hundreds of candidates nationwide who will join this noble society in the 2021 to 2022 academic year hold the future of Alpha Chi in your hands. We invite you to join together in the light of your understanding and the seriousness of your academic pursuit by repeating after me in unison the Society's pledge, which is in your program. I pledge myself to uphold the purposes of Alpha Chi, striving to make its ideals my ideals, in scholarship and in service. Alpha Chi members have achieved most of their academic success on the shoulders of mentors, caring people who quietly and faithfully contribute their whole person to the nurture of students. Inductees have asked faculty and staff to serve as their Alpha Chi sponsor as a way of saying thank you. I will call 2 inductees forward with their sponsors at a time. Sponsors, please come with your student and stand at the table on my right, where you will find the Alpha Chi pins. I will then ask sponsors to place the pins on their inductees' lapels, or whatever you got going on up there. After receiving your pin, Chloe will give you your Alpha Chi certificate of membership. After receiving your certificate, show your commitment to Alpha Chi Society by signing the chapter's membership book, which is in front. Once you have signed the membership book, you and your sponsor may return to your seat. The first 2 I will call are Francesco Bonetti and Michael Castellez. Bethany Bryan and Stephen Nong. Drake Bruner and Michael Castellez as well. Brooke Garland and Brad Jones. And just so that way then no one's alone, I'll call the last 3 together. Caroline Smallwood, pinned by Michael Castellez, Madison Smith with Robert Caven, and Jamie Stewart with Hernan Viola. All of the newly pinned, please rise once more. I pronounce you all members of Alpha Chi and welcome you into the fellowship of the Society of Scholars. We encourage you to wear your Alpha Chi pin often and to wear it as a symbol of your commitment to the worthy aims and ideals of Brevard College and Alpha Chi. I challenge each of you to make the Brevard College chapter of Alpha Chi an active, respected society on this campus. Always remember, Alpha Chi is our honor society. It will be what we students make of it. Thank you guys and congratulations.
Thank you, Emily and Chloe. I'm now going to ask Rachel Guns to come to the podium. And Rachel, as an ODK member, will lead us through the ODK induction ceremony. Same process.
Greetings to all. I would like to begin by recognizing the current campus members of Omicron Delta Kappa. For those who are present, please stand. Please hold your applause until all have been named. Luke Buena, Drake Bruner, Rachel Bird, Mary Clark, Emily Fisher, Jessica Garland, Bailey Harris, Alyssa Hetherington, Gwen Jennings, Chloe Prophet, Natalie Young, Shirley Arnold, Mel Bringle, Betsy Burrows, Michael Cohen, Michael Castelliz, Robert Dye Jr., Ann Guerin, Nicole Potts, Jennifer Kowski, Scott Sheffield, Andrew Biconfuso, Deborah Deanna, Sarah McGee, Charles Wallace, and Joshua Wilkie. You may be seated. Omicron Delta Kappa inductees, please rise. Our current members of ODK applaud your academic success, service to others, and growth as leaders. Our society exists to celebrate academics, service, and leadership. When you see the Laurel Crown Circle of the ODK Society, think exemplary conduct, unselfish service, and achieved excellence. Please face the audience as we applaud your accomplishments. Inductees, if you accept the ideals of ODK, please declare so by repeating after me in unison the ODK pledge. I solemnly promise to uphold the ideals and traditions of the Omicron Delta Kappa Society through my conduct, service, and pursuit of excellence in and outside of the classroom. I will call our ODK inductees forward. Sponsors, please come with your students and stand at the table where you will find the ODK pins. I will then ask the sponsors to place the pins on their inductees' lapels. After receiving your pin, Nixon will give you an ODK certificate of membership. After receiving your certificate, show your commitment to our ODK Society by signing the chapter's membership book. Once you have signed the membership book, you and your sponsor may return to your seat. Bethany Bryan, pinned by Stephen Knott. Haley Flippin, pinned by Amy Flippin. Samuel O'Callaghan, pinned by Michael Castelliz. Michael Castells, Madison Smith, and by Robert Allen, and Jimmy Stewart, and by Henry Viola. Thanks, and by Jennifer Christopher. And by Michael Castro. And now a song with Cavaloni, and by Debbie Deanna. And pronounce members of ODK, welcome you into our society and challenge each of you to do your part in making our ODK circle strong. Remember, ODK will only be as strong as we make it.
Congratulations, ODK and Alpha inductees. I would now like to ask Dr. Scott Sheffield to offer his closing remarks.
Thank you, Mike. Once again, how about a round of applause for all the inductees? As Dean of the Faculty, and on behalf of the entire Brevard College leadership team, both the executive and the academic leadership team, allow me to end today's ceremonies by offering a few thank yous. First, I'll start with a big thank you to President David Joyce, who's been leader of our community now for 10 years, and now he's counting the days. But thank you. Thank you for being, I almost said supreme leader, but that sounds pretty crazy. Just the leader, and for being David. Right? Now, how many parents are here? Raise your hand. And I'm hoping there's a bunch we can wave at since we're streaming this that couldn't be here that are watching. First, I want to start by thanking you, thanking the parents. Thank you for allowing Brevard College the privilege of mentoring your sons and daughters, and thank you for supporting them in all of their activities here at the college. To the faculty and staff, thank you for all your work, and in particular the work you've done with these special students. Leaders are not born. They are mentored and nurtured into leadership roles by the communities and places in which they live and work. The quality of these student leaders is a clear indication of your care and support and your leadership. Thank you. Finally, to the current and in particular the new student members of ODK and Alpha Chi, thank you for being a part of our educational community, and thank you for being leaders in our community. You have all recognized and accepted the Brevard College challenge to move beyond the mere accumulation of knowledge to inform and inspire action. In so doing, you have all accepted the responsibility of leadership. That is why you're being recognized today. The success of Brevard College depends on you, and indeed all of us here today, accepting our responsibility to be leaders in our community, our beloved Brevard College. Thank you, and good night.